again, I stress I'm Christian Science, but I'm no doctor, but I believe you're pregnant.
You would be right, miss. That is absolutely correct.
Now, how far along when's the baby due?
In December, so I'm about 7 months.
Mm-hmm. December what? Like early?
Mid, yeah, like mid-December.
Mid?
Early to mid. Well, and amazingly, they do define their own time. I have to sort of sit back and...
Because this is your second?
Yeah.
So, and was the first one early, late, what?
Early, a couple of weeks early. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying to pace myself, but I've been very lucky.
The dad is Ben Harper, who I love, the singer Ben Harper. Okay, and the first one is how old now?
3. He just turned 3, Ellery.
Wow. Ellery, that's a great name. And turned 3.
Yeah, I can't believe that,
I know,
right?
I can't believe it either.
It's shocking.
Yeah, and now what's he like? Is he good? Is he wild?
He's amazing. He's...
Well, he's a boy. You know how you
pure
hear
boy energy.
Yeah.
And we just came from a friend's ranch in Austin, Texas, and he got to run around and see, you know, nature, which he was obsessed with, and
he doesn't see that here. Where do you keep him in
it's a
apartment or something?
We're in the depths of Hollywood, and he sees, you know, wildlife, but it's slightly different than in Texas. But he was just blissed out, you know. He was so happy. It was slightly disconcerting for his mother, who was trying so hard to be the cool, groovy mom who was going to pick up the wild frog and go see the boar, and I just was not there for him.
You weren't interested in the frog?
I'm highly interested. But I realized when I have always called myself an animal lover that there are pet animals and then there's animals.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten the animal thing down.
Well, a frog would be more like a reptile, and that's a slimy kind of thing that most people don't like. And does he like the lizards and the little bugs and all that?
Yeah. Mommy, I found a tail. Look, it's a tail. It came off the lizard. Maybe Buddy ate it, our dog. You know, fascinated. I'm, you know, just absolutely horrified and not serving a motherly
Or maybe he just
purpose.
yanked the tail off of something. Maybe.
It's running around.
He's not knowing how to catch things quite. But that's the first thing you teach him, is to just grab the tail and yank
and
it.
Just, pull it off.
Yeah.
It's not, so.
But so he likes all the little things. Does he keep them in jars thinking that'll stay?
Not yet.
Okay.
He's not there yet, but I know it's coming soon, because we actually, he had his first day at school and they had snails and he was able to let the snails crawl on him, and I'm hyperventilating. I can't, I'm not good with all that.
What kind of school does he go to that they're putting snails?
He was covered in thousands of snails all over his body. Then I walked in, couldn't find him.
It's a school of snails that he goes to.
Yeah. It's
now,
really
in
good.
Jurassic Park, you didn't seem to be scared of any of that stuff.
Right?
You're an amazing actress.
It's the beauty of acting, isn't it?
You completely were believable that you weren't scared of any of that stuff.
Paleontologist. But she liked dead things. She liked things that are no longer existing, which is probably what I would do if I were, you know, involved in animals.
Really? Just dead
studying
bugs.
things that,
the study of dead bugs.
Yeah. If somebody said you can study sharks, they don't exist anymore, I'd be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fascinating thing to study, I would think.
Yeah. As long as they're not around.
Right. Yeah. Here's what they did before when they were here.
They won't get you now.
Now, and so as a kid, were you probably just knew you wanted to act as a kid. You weren't into any of that stuff.
I bypassed all of that. And whether it's like girls or just that I was obsessed with acting. But even at a young age, actually when I was like 7, I guess about 7, and I'm pausing because I'm realizing that this is such an odd experience to like have a girlfriend and you're on a talk show talking to your girlfriend. So I'm thinking, I'm probably being redundant. You've heard this story before, but I guess that's okay.
I haven't heard your first acting story.
Okay, good.
No, I'll stop you. I'll say I've heard that. Tell them something else.
All right, good. This is boring to me.
Yeah, yeah. Or I have a book I can read. You just go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, guys, Helen's heard this. But my parents were both working. It was my summer vacation, and my dad was working on a film with Alfred Hitchcock, and my mother was working on a film with Martin Scorsese, and I got to go back and forth between both locations, and they wonder why I became an actress.
Right.
That was like the most extraordinary experience. So I became obsessed, and my mom was, I think, concerned as a woman in film, you know, that it would be a sort of hard life for me, and definitely against the whole idea. But I pushed and pushed.
Well, and I'm so glad that you did. You're so, well, and everything, you're so amazing. Since I've seen you, you have won an Academy Award.
True. True.
That was a very lovely, amazing experience.
Yeah. And then, so the whole family was there. Your mom was there, your kids were there.
Yeah, and I went the first time to the Academy Awards when my mom was nominated as a 7-year-old. So to be back there with my mother and with my children was really moving and really, really special.
Yeah, I bet. I'm sure. And your son is now, which is crazy.
Crazy.
20 years old.
Yeah, graduated during the global pandemic, so we didn't get to catch up on all the things that have happened to all our lives. But he graduated, he's doing amazing, making incredible music now, and my daughter is 17.
God, that is crazy. So where did you go? Because I saw that you jumped in the ocean for him for his 20th birthday. That's a big birthday present, to jump in the ocean.
Yes, it was in the North Sea in England, and it's the coldest experience I have had. Ever.
Do you like getting it? Some people do that because it's a good thing to do for your body. Do you like doing that, or you did?
I've heard it's very good for you. I'm from Santa Monica, California. So when it's like 72 degrees, I'm grabbing a sweater, maybe even a parka. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So it was completely a ritual. I was so thrilled. I threw myself in because he loves the ocean and he wanted to be there and he loves to surf. And this was gonna be my act of bravery for him because he makes fun of me. And it was amazing. And then I got out of the water and I'd forgotten a towel or really how I was gonna get back to my friend's home or transportation. So I subsequently have never been so cold in my entire life, but it was totally worth it.
What did you do?
Proud.
You had no towel. What did you do?
I ended up just being freezing and wet and getting a ride from a friend to someone else's house in the English countryside, and it was an amazing experience.
Wow.
But I kind of don't mind Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Either.
Think it through next time. You do the Wim Hof method.
Exactly.
And your daughter is looking to get into this business, which I think is incredible because it'll be, how many generations will that be? Because
third generation actor, and for my son, third generation musician, because Ben Harper, their dad's parents are musicians. So there is something very moving about it. And I mean, Jaya's 17. I started very young at 11, but I'm so happy that she's waiting and wants to go to school, but really knows in her heart she wants to act. And maybe if she does, we'll end up having the privilege of working together one day.
But why is she waiting? I mean, you were 11 when you started, so are you making her wait or she wants to wait?
There's a TV on right now. We can talk about this later.
You don't want her to see this.
Actually,
you just said you started at 11. I didn't out you. You outed yourself.
But she does often say, "You didn't wait," and I basically make her wait.
Oh, you're making her wait.
Yeah.
Do you wish they would have made you wait?
In a way, I forced them, and I lied, and I pushed, and I lied about my age, and
to your parents?
I was older. To everybody. I told my parents I was 15. They were very busy. They didn't remember. But I just kind of kept pushing. But I also saw the consequences of not being in school. Just
having a childhood.
Yes.
I think that's what she should do.
Yes,
you're right
exactly.
to make her wait. Next month is the 25th anniversary of the coming out episode that we were on together, and. You know, that was a pivotal moment, obviously, in my life, in my career, and everything. And for you to have been a part of that, and then now for you to be a part of this ending of this chapter of my life is big. So, you know, as I said in the introduction, you're a very special person to me. So, thank you for being a part of that chapter, and thank you for being a part of this chapter.
I'm profoundly moved to have been part of that origin story of you being your authentic self for all of us, and the closure of that chapter. I think I can speak for all of us and everyone watching who has fallen so in love with you over these 19 years and previous, like myself. You know, we knew what we were experiencing together for the coming out episode and what it meant and the cultural shift that it made. And I'm gonna get emotional because I get to be here in these last weeks with you all. But I hope you're able to take in what in these last 19 years it has meant to be in America's living room every day, and the profound cultural shift you have yet again made by allowing the world to get to love the authentic, true you with the subtleties of sharing what you and your wife did for dinner last night. There is a profound paradigm shift. So I am here to witness yet again another profound paradigm shift, and thank you. And I hope you take that in, because we're so blessed by that.